and you're listening to On the Coast on CBC Radio 1. And if you have been wanting to get your kids into reading and into the outdoors, StoryWalk is pretty much the sweet spot. And now there are 3 locations in Delta to take in this unique project, spreading across the country. Lisa Christensen met up in the recently unveiled walk in Ladner.
I'm Tammy Hansen, and I'm the treasurer of the Ladner Rotary Club, and I am currently also the project manager for the StoryWalk project.
So where are we right now?
We are in Ladner, which is part of South Delta, and our StoryWalk is located in what would be considered the Marina Gardens area, right close to Nielsen Grove Elementary School and the Millennium Trail.
Where did the idea to do this project come from?
We actually had a representative from the Delta Literacy Group come and present at our club at a lunch meeting way back when we could meet in person, and she did a presentation about story walks that were in other parts of Canada and North America, and we just thought it was a fantastic idea, and took a little while to get it all to come to fruition, but through partnerships and donations we were able to get the project up and running.
So for those of us who don't know what StoryWalk is, how do you explain it?
So the idea is that we have books, some local artists or authors, some Canadian, basically international, and we have a book that's ranged for ages probably 4 to 8, but the idea is to boost literacy in younger ages. The groups were finding there was kind of a lack in some age groups as they entered elementary school, the deficiency in literacy. But basically a story walk is a children's book outdoors on various podiums, and it also integrates physical literacy. So we have different prompts to hop and skip and look around. So it's kind of an idea of being outside, reading a book, enjoying the environment, being active and learning.
Where did the idea come from?
There's actually a woman, and I'll apologize, who has the trademark of the story walk. I believe she's actually American. So she kind of came up with the idea, and then just various groups have sort of jumped on that idea, made it a little bit, their own in sort of what the podiums look like. So there's not really a strict format of what they look like, how many you have to have, but the idea is that they're not super long. So ours is about 1 kilometer. So that way, if there's little feet that want to come out of the stroller, they're able to walk it. But most of the walks are also accessible for anybody in a wheelchair or has a stroller or any mobility issues. So basically, it's for any age group. It can be for grandparents, parents, small children. As I've been out walking, we've had retired kindergarten teachers, we've had small children, we've had grandparents with their kids, just all age groups, just outside and enjoying the books that we have there.
Okay, so let's make our way to the first story. So this is very beautiful. We're just walking a trail like almost through the woods here.
Our walk is along a slough off of the river, so there's lots of greenery, and so our podiums are brown, nature kind of colors.
So we'll start here with the first page. Maybe you can tell me what the book is.
So our first book is by Candace Fleming, and it's called Muncha Muncha Muncha. And basically the book is about an older gentleman who puts in a garden, and he has rabbits that come and eat his vegetables. And so it's all about the different things that he puts in around his garden, whether it's a moat or a fence or a wall to keep these bunnies out. But of course the bunnies are very ingenious, and they're able to get into the garden each time he puts something new. But as well as the pages of the book, this one also has a physical literacy prompt. It says, "Flutter like a butterfly to the next page." So the idea is for smaller children to get interactive, they'll flutter like a butterfly to the next page.
And did you want to flutter like a butterfly for me, or are you just going to walk?
Oh, I can flutter. I think later on I walk like I'm in mud. I can stomp like a bear. I can hop like a bunny. There's various activities, but it's really funny because I live in this neighborhood. When you see sort of an older person participating in, and when I say older, I mean anybody over the age of 10, really. 20-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds.
Okay, can you read us the first page here?
So for years, Mr. McGreely dreamed of planting a garden. He dreamed of getting his hands dirty, of growing yummy vegetables and gobbling them all up.
And what do you hope that to kind of accomplish with these story walks?
I hope that it gets kids out reading with their parents, their friends, their grandparents. With the location of ours, we're hoping that the primary school teachers at Nielsen Grove once a month get their classrooms out. Obviously, we're at summertime break right now, but September through June, we're hoping that once a month it's an activity that the schools can incorporate in their criteria to have the kids out. But it's a great project. We're just glad to see the community using it, and obviously the little exposure for Rotary as well. Actually, the Seashelt Rotary group contacted me just a few weeks ago, and they'd like to put one out their area. So perhaps this will be a contagious idea that will spread, all along the province and perhaps the country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
That is Tammy Hansen, treasurer of the Ladner Rotary Club and project manager for the Story Walk. To find out more about the project, go to portal.clubrunner.ca. That's portal.clubrunner.ca and click on stories. And thanks to Lisa Christensen, who put that story together for us. And of course, thanks to Lisa, who has all the latest news on the traffic right now.
Yeah, I've got traffic. I got it all. I can tell you to read stories.